Hi, my name is Rykin Fuller, and I have the esteemed privilege of interacting with UNC Campus Rex Beating Heart, our club sports program. This week, I'm at the Fetzer Squash Center, where this crew is trying to contain their excitement for an impending nationals trip. Stay tuned for some wall-to-wall action as our Week 9 club Sportlight shines on UNC Squash.
When I came to Carolina, I had no prior experiences playing squash. I actually found out about it during one of the sort of club fairs, and one of the presidents kind of waved me over to his booth and was like, hey, you should just come play one day. And really just fell in love that first day and kept on going back, and this is my 4th year playing now. An entirely new set of body movements and footwork, and so that was really difficult to pick up on that during the first few years, and still today I'm still trying to figure out all of those movements and perfect it all. It's really become an integral part of my community here. I've met some of my closest friends through the club squash team. Going up to nationals, every February we've gone up to Philadelphia, and just having that opportunity to travel is just always so fun. It's just a great time to hang out with the entire squash community, play some really competitive matches. What makes me keep coming back to squash is just the workout I get. Working out is just something that's really valuable for me, for my mental health. And so just having that constant routine and constant workout that I can come to whenever I feel like I need to has just been awesome to have.
I grew up in Chapel Hill, and as a kid, my dad would come to the old squash courts here. And so I had played about 5 times before coming to UNC. And then my first week, I decided I should come to tryouts. And then since then, I've been coming every week. Imagine wall ball, but with rackets. So you're trying to play the ball off the front wall, and the ball can only bounce once, and then your opponent has to hit it against the front wall again. And you just continuously go back and forth until one player hits it out of bounds. Anytime we travel together as a team, it's really fun, because even though we can hang out here 2 or 3 days a week, when we go and we travel somewhere, that's when the team really bonds, and we just hang out, have dinner, and just have fun together. I think a lot of people who play squash have played their whole life, and because I didn't have that background, I've really had to work to get to the top. And so at least in the last year, I've been at the squash courts 5 to 6 days a week, just trying to make sure I'm getting better every day, and that's kind of what it's taken for me to get to the top. I just love how good of a workout it is in such a short time. I feel like every time I come out here, I leave drenched in sweat, and I just feel better about myself after playing.
When we go to compete, it's definitely 2 different teams, but other than that, it's very mixed. There's like 2 days a week where it's meant to be like men's practice, and then 2 days it's women's, and then Friday it's mixed. Also on top of that, we have like a lot of social stuff together. And even for traveling, we'll all travel together, like drive down to tournaments. And it's genuinely one of like the best groups of people on this campus, I think. I've been playing for a while, probably since I was like 13, which was kind of nice because coming here, it's more of a relaxed environment than what I grew up in. It's nice that people with all different skill levels all come to these courts to play. One of my favorite memories was the girls team went down to Boston. Most of the girls had never played in a tournament before, so it was super fun. We really got to bond, get to know each other super well. It's a very social sport. When you're not playing, you can just like sit outside the courts with your friends and hang out, but also it's super satisfying to like hit a nice solid shot. And it's definitely a sport where like from day to day you can see your improvement. It's also like a game that you have to put a lot of thinking into. It incorporates a lot of elements that I think even if you've played like a different sport growing up, it's pretty easy to carry across to play squash.
I love squash because there's a lot of movement, honestly. My whole life I've played sports like soccer, wrestling, cross country, where I've got to be running. Squash for me is better than most other racket sports because you're just constantly the whole time moving. My job is just to organize it as much as possible, help try to build a community out of the squash club, try to compete in tournaments. We're one of the only Southern universities, public universities, that has a squash team that travels to nationals every year. Our main goal is to just give our kids as many chances to play as possible. Definitely grown the club over time, and we've got better practices and more people showing up to practice. Qualify for nationals, you just have to play 8 matches against like 5 different teams. We have a few different tournaments to travel to, and then actually getting to nationals will be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll take the women's and men's team, we'll travel together, and we should get like 3 to 4 matches in. If I can do all the hard administrative stuff that allows everyone else to have fun and just come and play and enjoy practice and tournaments, that's my job, to do the hard stuff behind the scenes. So that's why I wanted to be the president, help other people have fun. When I came here, I didn't really know anyone, and I think club sports is a great way to meet people. You make so many friends along the way, and it's given me the opportunity to lead, and I've learned a lot through leading, so I really loved it.
My responsibility is running both the men's and the women's practices, because a lot of the kids here haven't grown up playing squash. I've been coming in and showing them more of the groundwork and the base work. Pretty much at the moment, anyone can join. Best way of joining is kind of coming in for a practice, having a chat with me so I can note you down. What I love about the game is the ferociousness and the speed of it. A lot of people call squash kind of like as high-speed chess. You'll need to have a tactical game with moving your opponent around. You'll need to really be on it from the beginning because a match or a game can run out pretty quickly. My favorite part about coaching is seeing the development of players on all different levels. It's a sport for life. As soon as you pick it up, you start playing. A lot of people, you can carry on until you're 70, 80 playing squash.
It's been an honor covering this week's Club Sportlight, and until next time, I'm Rykin Fuller, UNC Campus Rec.